sure about that?
QFusion. Let's get it in.
Welcome back to another video. Oh my god, it feels so good to be sitting in this chair. Welcome back, everybody. This is your boy QFusion Reacts. I'm here today because it looks like there's some strife in the there's some incoming drama that's ensued. The Red Pillar, if you guys don't know, Donovan Sharp. He's one of these, I guess, the Red Pill originals who has made a name throughout the course of the course of YouTube for his takes on male and female dynamics. He's a very outspoken individual, and he made some comments, I think, a while ago about Preach's wife, or maybe I think recently about Preach's wife, from Abba and Preach. If you don't know Abba and Preach, there's some Canadian YouTubers who are quite popular. They've been in the YouTube space for, I believe, getting close to 10 years now. And they've come across some content from Donovan Sharp, where he's, making some inflammatory comments towards Preach's wife. If you guys watch the Fresh and Fit podcast, this was where a big fallout happened between the two platforms, where Myron Gaines from the Fresh and Fit podcast made some comments about Preach's wife upon them making a video, doing a video on the Fresh and Fit's sort of their I would guess you would say, validity to be able to speak on certain topics. And so as a result, it looks like there's been some strife that has ensued between Donovan Sharp and Abba and Preach. And Abba and Preach have come with the receipts, y'all. They have come back with some evidence that showcases that possibly Donovan Sharp is not who he says who he is. And I, for one, when it comes to these guys that exist in the red pill space, I try to tell, the people that I watch to just, watch it with a grain of salt. I mean, this is why you shouldn't idolize people, because what happens a lot of the times is that, you will be let down, very much so. A lot of these guys are faulty, they are not perfect, because no one is perfect. And so, when you're listening to these viewpoints, pick and choose, what you want to take heed from, but on a lot of these different things, you have to be able to sift through and understand that these guys are fallible. And I think what we'll see in this conversation that takes place between Abba and Preach on this video will be about that in particular. So without further ado, let's get right into
it. That arouse these women.
So credits where credit's due. This man makes fun of other people's spouses and different things like that. Claims he would never date a single mom. Well, somebody pulled up his quote girlfriend's bankruptcy records, because those are public records that anyone has access to. And I'll give credit to the people involved. I'll link the videos in below. So there you go.
Devin is one of just a few women I've dated, older women I've dated, who didn't have any kids. But again, they're the exceptions. Devin is my girlfriend. She is not my wife. We have never been married. She is not a single mother, and we have not adopted anybody. I got a 13-year-old niece that stays.
See, my biggest thing with this, right, is like, I get the advice that he gives with regards to dating older women, but you have to understand that when you do that, right, you sort of pigeonhole yourself. Yeah, you can make all the the qualifiers that you want, but like when you go so damn hard with regards to a take, but then you literally do the complete opposite, you're really setting yourself up. It's one thing to say, hey, it's maybe not in their best interest. Sometimes it works out where it may happen, and you work with that where you may. But when you just literally just chat, like literally just lambast anything going in that direction, but yet you're living something completely different than what you're talking about on a consistent basis, this is the type of stuff that makes me say,
He's here at least twice a week because she's 14 years old now, and dude, she's a beautiful girl.
We now look at on
Oof.
screen her household.
Oh my God!
That came with
Do you
some.
have dependents?
Damn,
Yes.
dude.
Does dependent live with you?
Golly.
Yes. Dependent's age, 10 years old. Dependent's friendship to debtor 1. Daughter.
Jesus.
I want to make something clear.
Whew.
I don't care what kind of woman you choose.
Shout out to Priest for that
Be
jacket,
with
though.
who you
I'm gonna
wanna
need that.
be. You want to date a single mom? Date a single. I don't care. What I don't like, and what I think is very laughable, is you run a course. You have video clips making fun of other men for dating single moms and criticizing those women.
Now keep in mind that this also contradicts everything Donovan Sharp has taught his audience about the type.
To be fair, he did call her, and this is where like I get a little bit, miffed with Abba and Preach, because I mean, if we listen to what he said, he literally mentions that he calls her his niece.
Of women to
Oh
avoid,
shit! Sorry.
going all the way back to his days when he wrote
He calls her his niece, and also too, like you have to at least allow for the possibility that she maybe adopted him along the way. They've been together for quite some time, from what I understand. So it's not unlikely that she just said, "Oh, you know what? I want to take on, this little girl," and they made the decision together, right? Because that is a possibility. So for him to make it seem like, he walked into the situation and like that she was, oh my god, she was part of the equation from the onset. We don't have all of that information, but maybe they'll clear that up here.
for Return of Kings to his free ebook called 16 Ways to Immediately Disqualify Her for a Relationship, where he states that single mothers should be avoided as they make for the worst
Damn, these
girlfriends,
niggas.
wives, and mothers.
I was a single mom. And yes, listen, I know single moms are bad and this and that and the other, but we all got to start somewhere. Don't commit to them. You've been married before.
I have.
Okay, you've been married before.
I got married young, and I was married for a very long time. For the 20-something years before we met.
Oh, boy.
As an adult. For the 20-something years before we met. As an adult. For the 20-something years before we met. As an adult.
Jesus Christ.
I met you when you were 32. You are an older woman. Devin, my girlfriend, is an older woman. Okay? Yes, my girlfriend is an older woman. She turned 36 back in February. I misled my audience about Devin's age, but I did that for privacy purposes. Just listen, Dev is 45.
You know what? This is just a stickler thing for me. When I see grown men wearing those those China bracelets, like the ones from like China the Wrestler, if you guys watch WWE, like that type of shit, I mean, I really hope you play an instrument, bro. You're too grown to be wearing shit like that. It automatically speaks to me that something's not all there. And also, I've seen this guy dress, and usually, when these guys are, they say a lot of these things about how they get women all over the place and they do all this other things that said in the third, man, I'm inclined to believe just because it's his word against mine, but come on, man. It's math ain't mathin'.
Meanwhile, every day you get online and you lie about the fact that that woman has a daughter. That the woman that you call your girl, your wife, has a daughter. And not only are you lying about it, you lying about the fact that your girl's old, which is fine. But you lying about it while telling other people to not wife up used goods. That's what you say.
Devin is my girlfriend. She is
Jesus
not my
Christ,
wife. We've never been married. She is not a single mother, and we have not adopted anybody.
So you saying that during bankruptcy, she lied about the fact that this was her daughter? She lied to the government? Is that what you want us to believe?
Maybe
that she's committing fraud?
Maybe that's what it is. It's better than to accept that he's dating a single mother.
I do. But you take into conjunction the fact that the niece, who's exactly the exact same age, visits twice a week. The circumstantial evidence don't look good for you, does it?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
There are older single moms
Damn,
who are
the closer.
out competing younger childless women. So how would it, listen, I'm not saying this would be easy, but it is possible. So what would be your advice to your friend?
Well, okay, so does she have full custody of this child, or does she have shared parental?
Let's say she has a 50-50. Let's say
If
1
she's
week on, 1 week
50-50,
off.
then she's not a single mom.
Oh,
She's co-parenting.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense.
What the fuck?
It's because you're not a single parent
Right.
at that point.
No,
Okay.
you're definitely not. You're no more single than a single parent than if you were still married.
Do you see how he makes it work? Do you see how he makes it work? They made up their own definition of single mom. If we share custody,
Got it.
did you see what she did?
You did good.
Oh, I didn't do good.
No, I know.
There's
but
other
it's
people who did this
I know.
research.
That's not you. That's not you.
Hey, listen, Boo Boo, I'm gonna just tell you this right now. It's not because your kid goes to his dad's place 2-3 times a week that you're not a single mom. This is not an insult. It just is what it is. You are a mother and you are single. That's what the definition is.
That's
you
right.
really changed it.
That's fair.
Okay.
Oh, you
To
guys.
perpetuate the fraud.
You no, you guys are.
That's
good.
a fair accusation.
Hey, you guys are good. You guys
That's
are
a
good.
fair
If I'm wrong,
accusation.
I want all the Red Pill fans to come in the comments saying, am I wrong about what I'm saying? If a woman says, I ain't a single mother, she's with her dad 3 days a week, what you gonna say? What you gonna say?
Donovan
Oh my God!
made a video recently talking about my alleged wife.
Do you love getting
Why
high
these
but
commercials,
smoking
man?
into your lungs?
These
I've got
fucking
you covered.
commercials.
You need to try these.
All right, that's enough out of you.
So stupid. It's just so
Oh, shit.
like they're really
She really tried, and I'm gonna explain to you because I haven't spoken about it, and I'm explaining to you what happened. What happened was this: when the whole debacle with Fresh and Fit happened, they were trying to get some juice to get at us. And what happened on my other Instagram page that got canceled, that got deleted, right? They went to throughout all my pictures, and they went to see if they could find a picture of my wife. If you don't know anything about me, I don't post about what I got. I'm talking about where I live, vehicles, whatever. I don't post that. I don't put pictures. I don't put pictures of my people around me. Why? Because people on the internet are fucking weirdos, okay? They found a picture of someone, and I'm going cheeks to cheeks with that person, right? We're cheeks to cheeks, and we're blowing a kiss. And they took that picture, and they said, that's his wife.
Ah, damn.
Got him. It's not my wife.
No, she's a comedian.
She's a comedian.
And we've run a bunch of live shows, and she's
Damn.
I have pictures with her. He has pictures with her. Like she's on a lot of. Oh my God! Comedian, I don't know, but like
That's my homie. That is my homie for
talented.
real.
She's very
Okay,
talented.
she is not my wife. Very talented comedian, very talented actress in Quebec, right where we live at. But she didn't know that. They went on and they ran with it, and they called this person a whole bunch of things, right? A whole bunch of names. Even if that person was my wife. Let's say she was my wife. To go after people's wives, you have so little arguments that you have to go through people's wives. But you're so dumb that you don't even realize that's not even though. So you go out there and you slander someone that has no relationship to me.
That's fair.
That's you.
Gotta call it fair.
Would have the world believe that she's always been this doting, dutiful. Oh, you know what? No,
So in this clip, now he's talking about another man and his wife, who also happened to be a single mother before he got married to her. And now he's talking about this woman named Cassie, who's that single mother. I want you to hear what he says about her.
Cassie West has been ran through. Cassie West was a single mom
Jesus.
when she married David West. Cassie West chased bad boys. She's a Karen that was ran through like everybody else was a single mom. And this explains why this explains why David West is as weak as he is. But yeah, David, listen, man. I'm not trying to be mean-spirited, but you married a single mom. Like, that doesn't make you a bad dude.
Yo.
And Cassie, you being a single mom when you married David, that doesn't make you a bad person.
Yo, these side by sides, man. Holy shit. All the fucking Jesus, every time. They are so on point with this shit. That's why I like watching their content.
On this holier than thou, oh, we did it the right way. Cassie, let's not pretend that you didn't take the typical that most modern women take. And David, let's not pretend that you're some apex alpha male. Like, come on. Like, we both know.
Throwing stones from glass houses. You out here criticizing.
Yeah, that's a bit on the nose, man. Like, I mean, let's be real. The quote unquote typical alpha, if we're gonna throw these damn Luffy terms around, they're not doing what you're doing, right? Devon's not an ugly girl, but she's certainly not somebody that a quote unquote alpha would be hitching his broom to if we're gonna be sticking to these taglines. So be careful. Be very careful. Shit, man.
He's not an alpha apex predator. What are you?
Stupid.
At least he admits whatever life he's living to. Who cares?
Oof.
You're the one who's lying about the fact that she's a niece. You're the one who's lying about your girl's age. That's you, who are not even man enough to actually come into the light with the woman that you're with.
No matter where I'm at, all right, whether it's in my house or in my Airbnb when I'm away or in Antarctica.
Oh,
We're 32.
Pause. He said married. Again, he's playing on words.
He's married.
He's married to her?
He's married. They're just lying about the records.
It's sad that you entrapped and you have to lie to so many people. That's fucking sad, my guy.
Time out. What I miss?
Get on it.
Any man who marries a woman past the age of 23 years old, you're getting leftovers. Devin, let me get you into this conversation because I met you when you were 32.
Pause. He said married. Again, he's playing on words.
He's married.
He's married to her?
He's married. They're just lying about the records.
Come on, man.
It's sad.
This is where I have a problem with. Like, it's little like weird moralistic high ground nonsense that this is the kind of stuff that makes me kind of iffy about Abba and Preach. Like, come on, Abba. Like, do you know that for a fact, or are you just surmising that he's lying about this? Has he admitted to this? Like, I mean, obviously you guys have put these clips together. You're trying to do your homework, but like, to just like, come on, man, making comments like that is just a little bit disingenuous.
To lie to so many people, that's fucking sad, my guy. Being hostage to that image.
But if he is lying,
you have to lie about you spewing like hate and lies to people just to sell an image. You're a sad human being. I'm not even pissed off no more.
Let me be generous. Maybe it's
why would you ever be pissed off in the
that's
first
the girls
place?
that you've been in a committed long-term relationship for 5 to 6 years. It doesn't even change anything. The person you're choosing to make a long-term commitment to is exactly what you describe as a person not to get with to everyone else.
As ran through and
used goods. That's your girl. That's how you talk about your girl.
Girls think it's cute and attractive to brag about their
shit, man.
escapades, but I waste zero time in 304 shaming them. I'll refer to Dev. Dude, when we first started dating, she used to brag about the dudes that she had smashed. Straight up. She used to brag about them. Dude, she used to brag all the time. Now,
all the time, Ninja. Oh, boy, I would have been like, Jesus, get me out of here. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me, man. Yo, he's actually saying this shit?
I just told her, okay, stop. She didn't.
Hold on.
Bruh.
Let me just say something. I don't know what's wrong with your life and the women that you're with, but no woman comes to me to tell me about all the dudes they've been
all the time, dude.
You gotta be some fucking pathetic ass loser.
Dude,
respect.
all the time.
Women are coming to you like, man, I took the biggest.
Hey,
if
yo.
women are saying that shit to you, you're a fucking loser.
Damn,
they don't
son,
look at
where'd
you
you find this?
Nobody
I'm
does
telling
that.
you, man.
Bruh, I ain't never.
All content creators
Guys
ain't made
in the
equal,
comments,
bro.
When you kick it with a girl and she likes you, have you ever
Ain't
heard
no
her
way.
start talking about the previous she used to like to take?
Ain't no
Don't
way.
you realize that a lot of these dudes who do this red pill manosphere stuff,
This is
a lot of them
haram!
are scumbags who actually have zero
Haram!
brain
We need the will of God. We need
I told
Allah.
her, okay, stop. She didn't. And then I told her, look, stop it. She did it one more time. One more time. She tested me.
Hey,
yeah.
can we just appreciate again? This man established a boundary and said don't do it, and the girl had so little respect for it. She's like, man,
So he said she did it
bro,
again.
you need to know about all the I take. No, stop. No, you have to understand. I was with this in Bahia.
Hey, yo.
That was it. He wanted to tell you how to be
Oh,
a
it is a
sickness. Oh,
sickness. It is a
got 5'2" white women
sickness.
disrespecting
Yeah,
him
that's
to
what
his
I'm gonna be saying.
One more time. She tested me. I shamed her literally to tears. You better believe it. I called her every name in the book.
Why
What is
would
on
you
your
want to
neck?
have a relationship with someone that you do that to?
What is on
That's
your
okay.
neck?
I'm not talking. I'm not talking to him because that's sad. I'm talking to y'all people out there. Okay, if you have to resort into shaming
Bruh.
someone, get the out the relationship.
Bruh.
You do not want to be that person.
Filing your tax return is different. TaxUSA.com. First off, there are no extra fees for premium or self-employed.
And you don't want to be with someone that you disrespect like that. If the person disrespects you and you disrespect them, and then you think that's how you get out of there. That's not good.
You do that because you can't get better. Say it like it is. I don't have to keep nobody in mind.
Say that again.
Say what?
Say that again.
Shame her. If you got value, you don't sit there having to yell and scream at a woman. You don't have to.
This is sad.
First off, you've already garnered enough respect that she never goes.
Bro, it's just like this is the type of shit, man. Like yeah, he's got a girl, but like the attitude by which he conducts himself. This is why guys like Donovan Sharp they're dangerous, man. They're dangerous. I mean, I hope that since he released that clip or released that video, he's hopefully thought about some shit before he said it. But come on, man, you're too grown for that. You're too grown for that. You're lambast. You're fucking slut shaming a woman that you knew was over 30, so you knew she was most likely had some heathen-like tendencies, and yet you're shaming her because you're choosing to fucking give her the time of day. Like, what's wrong with you, dude? Like, as soon as she starts going about, oh man, like I would have already been like, bro, there ain't no way we're fucking building a life together. Ain't no fucking way. Like, and if and why would you ever think to get on the internet and even admit this? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh man, the social acuity in this bitch is just off.
Goes that far. But secondly, if she's acting out of pocket, you like deuces. Out. That's it.
That's literally what you proclaim.
Unless the woman say some crazy stuff about my family,
And that's the
mom,
shit that weirds me out. This is the type of shit that you fucking advise to men. Like, you're advising the men to do this type of shit when women act like that. But yet the woman that you're sleeping across from every night is someone that challenged you to that degree to where she's talking about other encounters with men, and you legit just put up with it. To say that she said it all the time, it's one thing if she was like, oh, she thought she could tell me an experience one time, and I said, nah, hold up, we're not doing that. But to say that she was on a consistent basis, oh yeah, oh my god, this guy was breaking my back in saloon. What the fuck are you doing? Oh my god.
push the envelope. Oh, no, you got, and she knows, which is why they never do that around me. Again, I'm also very respectful and kind. This is a mutual thing. It's not a one-way street. All right, I know how to act around ladies, but they also know how to act around me in that regards, because why? There's mutual respect there. You don't have that because she don't really see you as that much of a man.
Oh,
that's the only way you can tell me that she's talking to you this crazy.
Oh,
I mean, why would you make up a story where your girl's telling you all kinds of?
Oh, just to prove it.
Hey, maybe you're right, because you've been lying about everything.
Lying about a bunch of shit. And just to say that, his point right here is just to show people that I got to hold my girl. Yeah. I'm on top of that. So he could be lying because in his head it makes him look a certain way, but it doesn't.
Yeah,
so it might be a lie. That shit might never happen.
Question number 4. Question number 4 to all you loser fans of Destiny. Is this really the guy you look to as something to aspire to? Would you want your life to look more like his or more like mine? Let's do a comparison. Listen.
I want neither. Give me neither.
He's smarter than I am.
Maybe financially, but
he's probably got more money than I do, and his wife is much younger and much hotter than my girlfriend. I'll give him that. I'll concede all of that. Those are things about his life.
You know what's weird about this whole thing?
Why are you
Time out,
looking at
word.
people's wives,
Time
my
out.
guy?
What direction did we
Why
just
you
go?
out here-
Oh,
Like, if this is your girl, why are you constantly out here downplaying her and her looks? Why do you constantly feel the need to be like,
Shit. Fuck.
imagine being in a relationship with a guy or a girl, and the girl constantly goes out on podcasts and she's like, yeah, my man's fine, but he's not the biggest I ever had. I've had much bigger. Even if it's true, like, why are you constantly going out there and reinforcing that stuff? That just shows that you don't respect each other.
Devin slept with a lot of guys, gentlemen. Devin has a high body count.
What did he say?
damn, man.
You think I don't know that my own girlfriend has had sex with a lot of men? You think that I think I found some special snowflake who declined partying through her 20s even though she has a great body? Give me a break, guys. I am well aware that Devin's notch count is a lot higher than she will ever admit. I am 237% certain that I am not the biggest ever that Devin's ever taken.
What did he say?
What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing, man? There's gonna be some disassociation going on here.
The way I f her is not the best she's ever had. She's had bigger and better than me. She hasn't told me this, but I know. I'm almost positive Devin's had bigger, better than mine.
This might be a therapy session for
But if
him.
I ever found out what one of these guys looked like, if I ever found out that one of those guys had a 12-inch, you better believe I'm gonna be insecure. You kidding me? I don't have a 12-inch. Devin's had bigger than her. Now I gotta see what that looks like. Of course, it makes us insecure. That's another reason why men of value don't commit to women with high body counts.
Johnson, why are you naked? Because my sucks. Look at Gibson. He's wearing a true classic tee.
I'm just like perplexed, man. I don't even know what to say. I really don't even know what to say. Man, I'm flabbergasted.
He says men are meant to win with high body counts, and yet
he committed to
Bro, this is
It's because we know the more that have been in you,
this a L, man.
the more huge that have been in you. It's just mathematical. If you've been with 5 guys, okay, all right, we can deal with that. If you've been with 555, dude, you'd probably...
Now I can't have burgers no more.
Hey, man, this man's really thought about this shit. You could tell, like, this is a deep insecurity. I'll be honest with you, I don't worry about stuff like that. 1, because I'm packing, but 2, mostly because, like, when I'm with a girl, I ain't worried about what the last...
All right, Abba. Come on, man. Anyway, yeah, guys, like, this is... This Donovan's doing himself a whole fucking disservice. If you have that mentality, you've already lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're just constantly gonna be playing the compare game, it's never gonna do you any service, bro. Focus on yourself, man. If you're the best version of yourself, you're doing whatever you need to do to enhance your life. By a result, man, it's already granted. She's probably been out there. So, and not to say that she's been out there being a slut, but she's probably had other sexual encounters. So for you to be concerning yourself with, oh my God, like, am I the best dick she's ever had? Am I the best? No, man, like, stop fucking focusing on that weird shit, dude. Like, what are we doing here?
We did. I'm not worried about the guy, but, like, who cares?
Come on, man. You will drive yourself crazy.
We do our own thing together. That's it. I don't need to know the whole history.
That's sad.
The only reason you deeply think about
sad,
this
man.
is because you got a big insecurity on the inside and you don't got the skills to actually lay it down. Because if you do it,
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to agree with this. Like, usually I'm not a big fan of people when they start using, throw that word around, insecurity, but like, Donovan, man, like, this, you are like a beacon of insecurity. It's not even to say that you're sitting out here, just, you're being, vulnerable, you're telling everything about, the inner workings of your relationships and the turmoil that exists around your dynamic and all this other. No, bro, like, you just sound like an insecure older man, like truly insecure, like incredibly insecure. Like, it's getting a little out of hand, man. And you specify like a 12-inch penis. Like, what? Why do you gotta say 12? Gosh.
a good job, a girl gonna be satisfied. If a girl gives you her heart, she loves you, and you take care of her needs, you don't gotta be worried about the previous man. The only reason you dealing with this is because you ain't got it like that. And so it's always a deep insecurity inside of you.
Your affiant learned from the Plant City Police Department that on September 8, 2003, Edwin Hopkins Jr. had used his father's social security number to rent an apartment in Pinellas County, Florida. Your affiant went to the apartment complex and obtained a copy of Edwin Hopkins Jr.'s rental application, which includes Edwin Hopkins Jr.'s signature and Edwin Hopkins Sr.'s social security number. Your affiant learned that Edwin Hopkins Jr. had defaulted on his rental payments in the amount of $8,000.08. On June 16, 2004, your affiant spoke with Edwin Hopkins Sr., who advised that the outstanding balance showed up on his credit report. Edwin Hopkins Sr. does wish to prosecute his son for the crime of identity theft. Your affiant learned that Edwin Hopkins Jr. obtained a Florida identification card listing the above-mentioned apartment as his current address. Your affiant has been unable to locate Edwin Hopkins Jr.
My dad, the spineless male he is, does not have the heart to step to his own son and say, hey, look, son, I disagree with you.
This man defrauded his own father. He used his social insurance and his stuff to get an apartment, defaulted on the apartment. The debt went to the dad, and it went on his social bureau. The dad pressed charges, and they went after him in court. He's also faked bank checks. He's done a bunch of other different forms of fraud. And so what you recognize,
that's what he does.
There's a history.
Yeah.
So people say he could never fraud. It's like, well, his criminal record says otherwise. You know what I'm saying?
That's what he does.
That's a history. But again, a lot of people they lie about their accomplishments. They lie about their resume. And it makes sense because you're trying to make money. Embellishing a lot of these things is how you're able to garner the audience because you're like, I live this life. Therefore, you want to follow me. But once you peer behind the curtain, you recognize that these are just scammers. That's all it is. Be it Derek Jackson or this loser, you recognize it's two sides of the same coin. They got an audience they want to cater to, and they got a product they got to sell. So they have a life they have to project in order to get that money. That's what this is. It's
all right, y'all. Jesus, man. Yo, Abba and Preach. Well, mostly Abba. I think he led most of this, the conversation in this video today. I gotta say, man, this is not a good look. Red Pill's taking an L on this one, man. They're taking an L on this one. This is not a good look, because he is one of the huge proponents of this sort of this movement or of this I guess praxeology that I've been seeing for them to call it. So come on, man, you got to do better. Got to do better, man. Guys, if it again, I say this, again, it's not like I'm giving advice because look, I'm not the type of guy that I can sit here and say that I'm, at the pinnacle. I'm not a high value guy, but as we're all watching this, what we can hopefully all agree on is that there's a point in time in your life where you have to sit back and say, damn, is this really necessary to talk about? Is it really? Just some things should be just clapped behind closed doors. Right, and make sure your fucking closet is clean before you start coming for other people's closets. Because this ninja right here, oh my man! Oh my God! If this was a souffle of factual evidence, and this was a really well done video. They really do edit very well. Being it's the two of them, I gotta say, man, this hellfire was pleasantly fun to watch. So. If you guys enjoyed this time with me and enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If anything, just throw just a comment my way. Let me know if that whether or not we're off base, whether or not your sentiments disagree, or if you're a Red Pill Rager, jump in the comments as well. Let me know what you think about Abba and Preach's comments on this saga. All right, so if that's all. I will be.
Are you sure about that? QFusion.